So, you've chosen to have your child baptized. Why in the world would you do this? Choosing to have your child baptized is an act of faith, maybe even a leap of faith. First of all, because it has to do with your faithfulness. You wouldn't be making a choice like this if your own relationship with God was not present. It's also an act of faith because it commits you not just to one day in church and one wonderful celebration, but choosing to have your child commits you to parenting in a particular way, to raising your child in the faith, and to making continual choices about that faith life for yourself and for your child. Now, sometimes people in general think about baptism as some sort of protection or insurance plan that you want to have a good outcome. Now, we just have to admit up front that sometimes parents fear that a child who dies before being baptized somehow won't make it to heaven. And I want to be clear that this is not the teaching of the Episcopal Church. All people are God's beloved. All of us. Choosing to be baptized is not a choice made out of fear, but a choice made out of love. And the sacrament of baptism is a sacrament for the living. It's about how we live out our life. So, of course, parents choose to have their child baptized because they want a good outcome. But this is the kind of outcome that comes from a lifetime of living in a community of faith and all that has to offer. This is why we baptize on a Sunday morning in the midst of the community. The entire community is gathered for a baptism. Whether you know those people or not, you have no idea what role that community gathered on Sunday morning might play in the life of your child or even in your life in the years to come. Perhaps in the congregation that morning is your child's future church school teacher, or the person who might mentor them as a teenager, or someone who's going to prepare the reception for an event that happens at the church. You yourself don't know how you might be comforted by this people when life's ups and downs might send you to the church community looking for comfort and solace. And also the people who might become important to you. You just never know where life is going to take you. Recently, I met a teenager at another parish who was talking about an event and how her family was present. But then she said, and my church family was there too. She has been raised by that parish as much as she's been raised by her parents. And she knows that and was willing to tell that to a perfect stranger. So choosing to do this is an act of faith. And even if it's a leap of faith, it's not a choice that you make by yourself. Because in making that choice, you are choosing the community of faith, the body of Christ, the community of saints, to bring your child into a beloved relationship with God that has more abundance than we can ask or imagine. So, in order to do that, it comes with some promises, and we'll have to look at those as well.